Hi guys. Look at that. That amazing obelisk sticking up into the sky. Today we are at 2 Endie Wei State Park. And I'm probably mispronouncing it. But 2 Endie Wei. This is the state park that commemorates the Battle of Point Pleasant. And that was on October 10th, 1774. General Andrew Lewis and 1,000 Virginia riflemen defeated the Federated Indian tribes led by Chief Cornstalk. Known as the First Battle of the Revolution, it was the most important battle between the Indians and, well, I should say Native Americans, the sign says Indians, but Indians and the whites. This land we're walking on is cursed ground. This land is cursed ground. The reason why it's cursed is because before he died, Chief Cornstalk decided to curse this land. And not only this land, but essentially all the land that now makes up the city of Point Pleasant. This is probably one of the most interesting state parks I've ever been to. Because most of them don't really have a giant obelisk. The thing that's really crazy about Point Pleasant and 2 Endie Wei is the fact that battle, the Battle of Point Pleasant, actually had big major consequences on the city, because after that, Point Pleasant would start going and having a whole bunch of little tragedies. The most notable tragedy that hit Point Pleasant was the collapse of the Silver Bridge. And that happened when, I think it was in December, but the bridge collapsed, killing 45 people. They say that it's cursed because of Cornstalk's curse. He cursed the ground that now makes up Point Pleasant. All of this ground here at 2 Endie Wei and everything in Point Pleasant has been cursed by him because of what they did to him and his Native American people. And by them I mean the English settlers. Some even say that his curse is where Mothman came from, because Mothman was supposed to be a part of the curse that Cornstalk put on the people of Point Pleasant. There's the Ohio River. And I could be wrong, but down here is where I believe the Silver Bridge was at. Hopefully, here in a little bit, I can go off and a little adventure and see if I can find where the bridge actually was. And I believe it was down this little part of the river, out in the distance, maybe even where that bridge is standing at today. That's where the Silver Bridge is at. Now, I think there's one other thing, or maybe there's two other things. She is looking at something over here. that I really need to show you here at 2 Endie Wei. What'd you find, Cheese?
It's called a water panther stone, a petroglyph.
Oh. You all really can't see it. There actually is markings on this rock. Actually, that's really cool. There's one other little monument over here. And I believe this last little monument is the monument to Mr. Cornstalk himself. Yep. This is in this monument rest the remains of, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but he's better known as Cornstalk to the early settlers and frontiersmen. Chief Cornstalk was well known and respected by the white settlers and Native American tribes of the Ohio Valley. As chief of the Shawnee and head of the Northwestern Confederated Tribes, Cornstalk decided to make peace with the white European settlers. However, he was forced to lead the attack on the Long Knives at the Battle of Point Pleasant on October 10th of 1774. Although he survived the battle, he was murdered 3 years later by settlers at Fort Randolph. His remains are in this. Yeah, and this is a marker put there by the U.S. Geological Survey.
And Chief Cornstalk from 1727 to 1777. His name.
How about that? 50 years old too. So yeah, this is 2 Endie Wei. This is where Battle Point Pleasant took place. This is where Chief Cornstalk cursed the land. And because of his curse, because of the Battle Point Pleasant, supposedly Mothman came to life. Supposedly, that is why the Silver Bridge collapsed over the Ohio River, killing 45 people or more. So this place, this small, I think this is one of the smallest state parks in West Virginia. Because of this, the events surrounding this small state park, it has shaped the history and the future of the city of Point Pleasant.